in the last class we had done product rule, right? And today we are going to, hopefully we are going to finish this series of rules of differentiation, okay? So first thing that we do today is the quotient rule, right? Just like the product rule, we have the quotient rule, okay? So I think this is rule number 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, थोड़ा मैंने दिया, थोड़ा ज़्यादा इधर है क्या ये? Rule 4. Quotient rule. So just like in the product rule, where you are given two functions which are multiplied with each other, and we have a very simple rule which tells you how to handle the differentiation. Similarly, in the quotient rule, we are trying to find what is how to differentiate this, right? Very easy. So just like in the product rule, okay, if I have fx in the numerator and gx in the denominator, then just like in the product rule, okay, differentiate the numerator, okay, and multiply this by the denominator. अब प्रोडक्ट रूल में क्या होता था, यहाँ पे एक प्लस आ जाता था, लेकिन अभी यहाँ पे क्या आएगा, माइनस आ जाएगा. माइनस मल्टीप्लाई द numerator, okay, multiply the numerator with the differentiation of d by dx of the denominator, and whole divided by the denominator squared, right? This is the quotient rule. So whenever you get one function divided by another function, this is what you have to do. Let me show you an example. So let's say that we have to find d by dx of sin x upon cosine x. Right? We already know the answer. You already know the answer. It is nothing but the differentiation of tan x. And we know that the answer is sec square x. Right? So I am just testing whether this thing gives me the correct answer or not. So we have a numerator, we have a denominator, right? So let's see. Let's apply this rule. So this will be equal to d by dx of sin x multiplied by cosine x minus sin x multiplied by d by dx of cosine x whole divided by cosine x square. Okay, so what have I done? I've just copied this, and I've put, instead of fx, I've put sin x, instead of gx, I've put cosine x. So what is d by dx of sin x? We know this. It's cosine x into cosine x is cosine square x, okay, What is d by dx of cosine x? Well, d by dx of cosine x is minus sine x, we know this. Minus sine x multiplied by this sine x gives you minus sine square x. And there is a minus sign here. So this minus sign multiplied by another minus sign will become plus. So this will become plus sine square x whole divided by cosine square x. We know that cosine square x plus sine square x is equal to 1. So this becomes 1 upon cosine square x, which is equal to sec square x, which is we already knew this, we already knew the answer, right? So it works. So the rule of quotient, the quotient rule, it works, right? Chalo. So now your turn to do a couple of questions. So let's start with question number 1. Find dy by dx if a y is equal to sine x upon x square, b y is equal to 1 plus cosine x upon sine x, c y is equal to x square plus 1 into sine x upon 1 plus cosine x. Right? So these are the three questions that you have to do, right? So please attempt. Just apply this rule, okay? I'll just get the board cleaned. Tan x का मतलब क्या है सदगुण? What do you mean by this? How will we get tan x from this? You are not supposed to get tan x from this. You are supposed to carry out the differentiation of tan x. You are supposed to carry out d by dx of tan x, which we have already done. And we got the answer as sec square x if you check your notes. So if you check your notes, we have already done for tan x. I was just trying to see whether, okay. नहीं सदगुण, tan x में you were there, I remember. And when we discussed tan x, you were there, I remember. ये फिलहाल समझ में आया कि नहीं सदगुण? ये जो मैंने क्वोशंट रूल किया है, अगर आपको d by dx ऑफ, अगर आपको स्लोप निकालना है ऑफ समथिंग which is consisting of a numerator and a denominator, then you carry out this simple rule, differentiate the numerator multiplied by denominator minus numerator multiplied by differentiation of denominator whole divided by denominator square. Look at the board, Bicha. Look at the board, Sunita. If you have a function which is, very good Matthew, if you have a function which is consisting of a fraction in which the numerator is some function and the denominator is some other function, then to differentiate this, what you will do is that you will differentiate the numerator, multiply whatever you are getting with the denominator, then minus, multiply the numerator with whatever you are getting as the differentiation of the denominator, whole divided by whatever was in the denominator square. Okay? आया समझ में अभी जो मैंने बोला? हाँ बिल्कुल सही सिद्धार्थ, यस यस, अमोघ बिल्कुल सही है। नहीं कुछ गलत किया अमोघ, एक बार देखना ना। नहीं अमृत गलत है। हाँ देख, डी बाई डी एक्स ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर इज 2x, भूल गया क्या? हाँ हर्षवर्धन, एक एक्स मिसिंग है क्या? एक देखना ना, गड़बड़ है कुछ। दानिश तेरा 1 कहाँ से आ गया? अच्छा 1, अच्छा 1 मेरे को लगा 1। हाँ सही है। हाँ लास्ट 1 थोड़ा सा लंबा है, यस बिल्कुल सही ध्रुव, यस। So this is once you get the hang of it, this is extremely easy. So if I have been asked to find the value of d by dx of sine x upon x, okay, so I can simply write this as d by dx of sine x, d by dx of the numerator, simply multiply it with the denominator, minus, write the numerator, multiply it with d by dx of x square, sorry, x square, whole divided by the denominator whole square. So this will be x power 4. So we get cosine x into x square. I want to write it as others have written, which is better I think. X square into cosine x square, right? अभी दिखाई नहीं दे रहा। क्या? Just draw a line. I should have a line where where you can't see. X square cosine x minus 2x sine x, x power 4, which is x cosine x minus 2 sine x divided by x cube. Palash, d by dx of any number, any constant, not only 1, 2, 3, but pi is 0, okay? अभी आया समझ में अमृत क्या गड़बड़ कर रहा था? सुनीता, did you understand now? ये कौन सा किया मैथ्यू तूने? सेकंड वाला ना, सेकंड वाला कॉस साइन 1 प्लस, हाँ बिल्कुल सही लग रहा है मेरे को मैथ्यू। या वाई पलाश क्या हो गया तेरे को? कोई भी कांस्टेंट होएगा तो अगर आप उसका ग्राफ बनाओगे तो कैसा बनेगा? ड्रॉ द ग्राफ पलाश। On your copy right now, draw the xy axis and draw the graph of y is equal to 2 or y is equal to 3 or y is equal to pi. Draw the graph. Single point? Single point? Y is equal to 2 is a single point? क्या हो गया है? x axis, y axis, y is equal to 2 कहाँ होता है? y is equal to 2 यहाँ होएगा, हाँ या नहीं? Like a point parallel to the x। क्या पलाश क्या हो गया है? पॉइंट कैसे पैरेलल हो सकता है? सब कुछ उल्टा सीधा कर रहा है। y इक्वल टू 2 यहाँ भी होएगा, 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 क्या बनेगा? लाइन ऑन ए पॉइंट पैरेलल टू, अरे लाइन ऑन ए पॉइंट क्या होता है? इन एनी केस टेल मी द स्लोप ऑफ दिस पलाश, सदगुण, टेल मी द स्लोप ऑफ दिस। व्हाट इज द स्लोप ऑफ दिस? So any number, any constant, the slope will be 0. सुनीता, ये वाला आया समझ में? कहाँ गई सुनीता? गायब हो गई। Yes or no? If you expand the answer in question 1, will the answer be wrong? No, Amog, it will not be wrong. No. It will not be wrong. अमृत निकाल लो यार, ये पहली क्लास में करवाया था। रूल नंबर 1, अप्लाई रूल नंबर 1 और यार 2, आई डोंट रिमेंबर। चल मैं करके दिखा रहा हूं। आई विल डू द सेकेंड वन। देखो, सो d by dx of 1 plus cosine x upon sin x is equal to d by dx of 1 plus cosine x whole into sin x minus 1 plus cosine x into d by dx of 1 plus cosine x. Oops, sorry, d by dx of not 1 plus cosine x but sin x. Whole upon sine square x. Okay, so what is d by dx of 1 plus cosine x? That would be d by dx of 1 plus d by dx of cosine x. So d by dx of 1 is 0 and d by dx of cosine x minus sin x. Minus Sadhguru, minus. So this will be equal to minus sine square x minus 1 plus cosine x sin x. d by dx of sin x is cosine x. So 1 plus cosine x into cosine x whole divided by sine square x. Okay, now this is becoming very interesting because I'm going to get a minus cosine square x here. Now I know that minus sine square x minus cosine square x is 1, right? So I am going to get minus sine square x minus cosine x minus cosine square x, right? And this whole will be divided by sine square x. And I can write this very nicely as minus 1 minus cosine x divided by sine square x, right? यहाँ से यहाँ आ गए. I think this is the answer given by most. Okay. Why not minus 1? क्या बोल रहा है? Why not? है? Minus 1 कहाँ आया? Minus cosine square x, minus cos x है आप. वेदांत क्या हो गया? अभी तो दिखाया था यहाँ पे y इज इक्वल टू 2 का स्लोप क्या है? y इज इक्वल टू 1 का स्लोप क्या होएगा? y इज इक्वल टू 1 का स्लोप क्या होएगा? y इज इक्वल टू 1 कहाँ है? 1 ये रहा, ये रहा, ये रहा, ये रहा. y इज इक्वल टू 1 का स्लोप क्या है? y इज इक्वल टू 2 का स्लोप क्या है? y इज इक्वल टू 3, y इज इक्वल टू 4, y इज इक्वल टू 5. सबका स्लोप क्या है? व्हाट इज द स्लोप? वन अपॉन cos x. हाँ बिल्कुल सही है. हाँ हाँ, यस यस. यू कैन फैक्टराइज इट फर्दर. एब्सोल्युटली यस यस यस. नाउ प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस एवरीवन. d by dx of 1 plus cosine x is equal to d by dx of 1 plus d by dx of cosine x. Please go back in your copies. This is rule number I think 2 or 1, I don't remember. And d by dx of any number, okay, please remember this also. D by dx of any constant is equal to rule number 2. Okay, rule number 2. हाँ सिद्धार्थ, अब समझ में आया. हाँ, क्या इंटरेस्टिंग लगा जशंदर को इसमें? पता what was so interesting about this? The third question is actually very lengthy. It is lengthy because it will not be solved exclusively by the quotient rule. Okay, it will not be solved exclusively by the quotient rule. Okay, and when we have discussed the final rule, then you can actually solve that by the final rule and the product rule only. But for now, since we only know the product rule and the quotient rule, this question may only be solved by the simultaneous application of both. Right? So Siddharth, apply and tell me the answer. Apply simultaneously both the rules and tell me the answer. सुनीता लेकिन कहाँ गई? सुनीता चली गई क्या? समझ में आया? नहीं नहीं, नीचे नीचे, बिल्कुल नीचे. Oh, very nice, very nice. Oh, Matthew, so इतना लंबा है क्या? Can you simplify it, Matthew, using some? Can you simplify? हाँ अमृत, अभी मैं सॉल्व करूंगा ना, तो देखना कैसे करते हैं, समझना उसी में। Okay, so we want to find d by dx of x square plus 1 sin x upon 1 plus cosine x. Okay, so just like हम अभी तक करते आए हैं वैसे ही शुरू करेंगे, क्योंकि हमें तो फ्रैक्शन दिखाई दे रहा है, वी कैन सी इट इज अ फ्रैक्शन। हाँ, सो d बाई डी एक्स ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1 इंटू साइन एक्स, ये हमारा पूरा न्यूमरेटर है, राइट। d बाई डी एक्स ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1 इंटू साइन एक्स मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1 प्लस कोसाइन एक्स, which is the numerator, minus x square plus 1 into sin x multiplied by d by dx of 1 plus cosine x whole divided by 1 plus cosine x whole square, right? This is the long application of the quotient rule wala formula. So I don't have a problem here, okay? I mean this looks cool, this looks good, I can do this. अभी ऐसा कुछ किया भी है यहाँ पे, but this guy is not going to be solved, or this guy is not going to give me the answer directly. I will have to use the product rule here. Why will I have to use the product rule? Because this is this function multiplied by this function. Okay? So, how do we use the product rule? Let me just write it here again. d by dx of fx into gx is equal to differentiate the first function, leave the second alone, plus leave the first function and d by dx of the second function, right? वो हटा दीजिए, वो वहाँ से उसको दिखाई नहीं दे रहा. So let's try this here. Okay, let's try this here. So this will be equal to, I'm just going to carry out this here, d by dx of x square plus 1 into sin x plus x square plus 1 into d by dx of sin x. This is the quantity in the square brackets. This is the quantity in the square brackets. Whole into 1 plus cosine x, okay, minus, let's solve, x square plus 1 sin x into d by dx of 1 plus cos x. We have already done that. D by dx of 1 plus cos x is minus sin x. So this becomes plus, this becomes sin square x whole divided by 1 plus cosine x whole square. Right? Okay. अब क्या करेंगे? Now what will we do? डी बाई डी एक्स ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वन, दिस वेरी इजी, इधर आ जाता हूँ मैं, डी बाई डी एक्स ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वन, वेरी इजी, इट इज जस्ट 2x, ओके, डी बाई डी एक्स ऑफ एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वन, हाँ बिल्कुल कर सकते हैं, यस यस वेदांत, या सो ये 2x हो जाएगा इंटू साइन एक्स हो जाएगा, एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वन इंटू डी बाई डी एक्स ऑफ साइन एक्स, ये कॉस एक्स हो जाएगा, इंटू वन प्लस कॉस एक्स हो जाएगा, प्लस एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस वन साइन स्क्वायर एक्स होल अपॉन वन प्लस कॉस स्क्वायर एक्स, कॉस एक्स होल स्क्वायर, सॉरी, ठीक है। सो प्लीज expand this and simplify, please expand and simplify this। तो मैं पानी पीता हूँ, expand and simplify। हाँ बिल्कुल सही आ रहा है, इतना लंबा, हाँ लंबा आंसर है बट इतना लंबा नहीं, मतलब यू कैन थोड़ा सा उसको, यू कैन, आई डोंट नो, आई थिंक यू कैन पलाश थोड़ा सा उसको सिंप्लीफाई कर सकते हैं जितना ध्रुव ने किया है हाँ हाँ, बिल्कुल सही, बिल्कुल सही, प्रसून ने बिल्कुल सही किया है, ध्रुव ने बिल्कुल सही किया है, ठीक है, ओके। हाँ हाँ जशन, हाँ बिल्कुल सही, बिल्कुल सही, यस यस, मैं देखा नहीं एक्चुअली, आई डिड नॉट सी। Okay, so now we come to the fifth rule. Before we come to the fifth rule, I must first talk about something else. हाँ, क्या क्या नहीं समझा अमृत? नहीं वेदांत इनकरेक्ट नहीं है, you can simplify it further, that's it. आंसर बताऊं मैं? आंसर बताऊं? तो आएगा, मेरे को हेल्प करो भाई, किसने आंसर दिया है, थोड़ा ऊपर जाइए। हाँ हाँ बता रहा हूँ, 2x sin x प्लस x स्क्वायर प्लस 1 इंटू कोसाइन x होल इंटू 1 प्लस कोसाइन x, राइट। उसके बाद से क्या आएगा, माइनस एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1 साइन x साइन स्क्वायर x प्लस होल अपॉन 1 प्लस कोसाइन x होल स्क्वायर। ये आंसर, दिस इज आंसर। अब इसको कितना सिंप्लीफाई कर सकते हैं, दैट इज अप टू यू। हाउ मच कैन यू सिंप्लीफाई दिस, दैट इज एब्सोल्युटली अप टू यू, बिकॉज यू सी यहाँ पे एक एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1 कोसाइन एक्स है, यहाँ पे कोसाइन एक्स है, तो व्हेन यू मल्टीप्लाई, और आई विल डू इट, सो वी विल गेट, बहुत लंबा जाएगा बट 2x sin x plus 2x sin x cosine x. Okay, I am opening all the brackets. Okay, I am opening all the brackets. So I will get then plus x square cosine. No, I want to keep x square plus 1 only. ये वाला bracket I will not open because x square plus 1 बाहर भी है ना, तो x square plus 1 cosine x plus x square plus 1 cosine square x plus x square plus 1 sin square x, ये जो बाहर वाला है, साइन स्क्वायर एक्स होल डिवाइडेड बाय, अभी नीचे वाले को मैं एक्सपैंड नहीं कर रहा हूं, आई विल जस्ट पुट इट एज 1 प्लस कोसाइन एक्स होल स्क्वायर। ओके, नाउ इफ यू लुक एट द लास्ट 3 टर्म्स, okay, if you look at the last 2 terms पहले, if you look at the last 2 terms, then you are getting x square plus 1, you can take common, and in the bracket you will get sine square x plus cosine square x, which is 1, right? So this will then become, and what can I take common from here? Well, I can take 2x sine x common here, so I will take 2x sine x common here, and I will end up with 1 plus cosine x in the brackets, plus x square plus 1 cosine x एंड एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1। तो अगर मैं यहाँ पे भी ब्रैकेट में ले लूँगा सब कुछ, तो आई विल गेट दिस whole upon 1 plus cosine x whole square. Right? Now, 1 plus cosine x will cancel out and I will be left with 2x sine x plus x square plus 1 upon 1 plus cosine x. Okay? सेकेंड लास्ट स्टेप कैसे आया? आप इन तीनों को ऐड करो अमृत, प्लीज ट्राई टू डू समथिंग इन योर कॉपी, ऐड ऑल द थ्री, तीनों को ऐड करिए अमृत, देखिए क्या आता है, बताइए मेरे को. यू हैव नॉट रिटन साइन एक्स वाइल टेकिंग एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1, एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1 कहाँ पे बेटा? स्टेप बताओ मेरे को वेदांत, टेल मी द स्टेप. पॉजिटिव में कैसे आया भाई? यहां पे जब सब कुछ पॉजिटिव है तो यहां भी तो पॉजिटिव आएगा. सेकेंड लास्ट स्टेप में मैंने क्या नहीं लिखा है? नॉट रिटन साइन एक्स वाइल टेकिंग एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1, एक्स स्क्वायर प्लस 1 नहीं, आई हैव. क्या हो गया है वेदांत? हाउ मेनी टर्म्स इन हियर have x square plus 1? How many terms here have x square plus 1? When you multiply this guy with this guy, you are getting 2 terms and you already have an x square plus 1 here, right? So how many terms of x square plus 1 are here? कितने हैं बताओ वेदांत? How many x square plus 1 वाले terms in the third last step? Please take it common. Please take x square plus 1 common. What will you be left with in the brackets? Please take x square plus 1 common from this, this and this. What will you be left with in brackets, Vedant? Please take x square plus 1 common from this, this, this. What will you be left with? अमृत, क्या बचेगा ब्रैकेट में? अगर हम x स्क्वायर प्लस 1 को कॉमन लेंगे यहां से यहां से यहां से, तो ब्रैकेट में क्या बचेगा? कोसाइन x प्लस कोसाइन x स्क्वायर प्लस साइन स्क्वायर x. सो व्हाट इज cos स्क्वायर x प्लस साइन स्क्वायर x वेदांत? व्हाट इज cos स्क्वायर x प्लस साइन स्क्वायर x? ठीक है. अब अमृत ये क्वेश्चन का मतलब मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है. पॉजिटिव में कैसे आया, इसका क्या मतलब है? व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय दिस? मतलब क्या है बताओ भाई वेदांत. अमृत सॉरी, जल्दी बताओ, आगे बढ़ना है. बताओ भाई अमृत. हाँ चलो, यू वर्क इट आउट, आई विल मूव. मैं बताते रहूँगा आके. So before we move to the fifth rule and the final rule, I want to talk about two things. Okay, I want to talk about two things. First is sort of like a puzzle, right? First is sort of like a puzzle, and you have to answer this puzzle for me. And I think you would have heard. I think you would have heard this अरे डी बाई डी एक्स ऑफ कोसाइन एक्स कितना होता है? क्या हो गया है तुम लोग को यार? डी बाई डी एक्स ऑफ कोसाइन एक्स कितना होता है पार्थ? डी बाई डी एक्स ऑफ कोसाइन एक्स पार्थ कितना होता है? माइनस साइन एक्स होता है ना, तो यहाँ पे एक माइनस साइन था और यहाँ पे माइनस साइन एक्स आया, माइनस माइनस प्लस हो गया। ये तो आता है ना, माइनस माइनस प्लस हो गया। आई थिंक दे टीच दिस इन क्लास 10, नो? आई थिंक दैट -1 into -3 is equal to +3। ये पढ़ा है? हाँ ठीक है, दैट इज हाउ आई गॉट दैट। हाँ, पजल 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 सुनो, पजल फिर तू वही पूछ रहा है अमृत, पॉजिटिव में कैसे आया? क्या पॉजिटिव में कैसे आया भाई? तो तू मुझसे बोलेगा कि आपका एज कितना है, मैं बताऊंगा, तो बोलेगा पॉजिटिव में कैसे आया? ऐसा कैसे हो सकता है? पॉजिटिव में कैसे आया? हाउ, व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय दैट? यू कैन से कि यहाँ पे प्लस साइन कहाँ पे कैसे आया? कौन सा वाला प्लस साइन कैसे कहाँ पे आया? आर यू टॉकिंग अबाउट दिस प्लस साइन? If you are talking about this plus sign, original expression में it was this minus this, लेकिन यहाँ पे जब हमें कोसाइन x का डिफरेंशिएशन किया तो माइनस साइन x आया, माइनस साइन x माइनस साइन के साथ प्लस हो गया, जस्ट लाइक -1 into -3 is +3। हाँ भाई, पजल टाइम। In a petri dish, okay, I hope everybody knows what a petri dish is. A petri dish is a dish, circular plastic thing. In this circular plastic thing, you grow bacteria, okay, or whatever you want to grow. Generally, it is used to grow bacteria. So, in a petri dish, turns out that the bacteria, they double in 24 hours. Okay, the bacteria, they double in 24 hours, and it is found that in 20 days, after 20 days of putting some bacteria here, it is found that the petri dish is full. Then when was the petri dish half full? On which day was the petri dish half full? Right? So the question is that in this petri dish you put the bacteria and they double in number every day, and on the 20th day the petri dish is found to be full. So when was the petri dish half full? Right? हाँ, वेरी गुड, यस। एक गलत आंसर है। मैं सोच रहा था कब आएगा वरुण। वरुण सोचो, मेरे को एक और क्वेश्चन याद आया। राइट, आई मीन दिस गॉट नथिंग टू डू विद दिस। एक और क्वेश्चन आया। You go to a sports shop and you buy a cricket bat and a ball. The cost of the bat is 100 rupees more than the cost of the ball. The total money that you give to the shopkeeper is 110 rupees. What is the cost of the ball? You go to you go to a shop, you buy a bat and a ball and you give 110 rupees. The cost of the bat is 100 rupees more than the cost of the ball. Okay? So, no, Danish, it is not an interview question, it's just a question. I mean, I just came across it somewhere. And instantly the answer comes to mind 10 rupees. 10 रुपए की बॉल है, लेकिन अगर 10 रुपए की बॉल है तो बैट 110 रुपए का है, and then you are actually giving 120 rupees. Yeah, so most of you are correct, some of you are wrong. Okay, ठीक है. Coming back to Coming back to this guy, coming back to Petri dish guy, Petri dish. So it turns out that in nature, okay, it turns out that in nature there are things which grow at a fantastic rate. I mean, we are dealing with huge numbers. Okay? There are things which grow at a fantastic. What is my speed right now? What is my speed right now? मैं यहाँ खड़ा हूँ. What is my speed right now? What is my speed right now? यादविक तूने 9 कहाँ से निकाला मेरे को नहीं समझ में आ रहा. अच्छा 0 लिख रहा था 9 लिख दिया. नहीं बेचा, पहले क्वेश्चन का आंसर 10 दिन नहीं होगा, 19 दिन होएगा. 19 डेज, 20th डे पे फुल हो जाता है ना, तो 19 डे पे हाफ रहेगा, तभी तो डबल होएगा. ओह यस यस. सो all our speeds right now, okay, depending on where you are observing from, all our speeds now, you can if you are observing from somewhere outside the galaxy, okay, if you are observing from somewhere outside the galaxy, then our speed right now would be around 800 kilometers per second, okay, maybe more. I don't remember the exact number. So 800 kilometers per second, the Earth is moving through the Milky Way galaxy, and the Earth takes 220 million years to go around once the Milky Way galaxy. Okay? The number of stars in the Milky Way galaxy are around 100 billion. The number of atoms in a glass of water would be something like 1 billion trillion, something like that. Some fantastically large number. You are going to see one of these numbers in chemistry. It is called the Avogadro number, right? So the Avogadro number is huge, very, very large. There are some constants in physics. I think we were discussing about this in the first class or the second class. There are some constants in physics, in nature, I should say, that have very, very weird values. For example, Planck's constant, right? You are studying about Planck's constant in chemistry, right? So Planck's constant is something like 10 raised to the power minus 34 or something. I don't remember. So the fact of the matter is that in our universe, numbers that we are dealing with are very, very large, very, very small. पूरा spectrum है हमारे पास. Okay? How do you deal with these numbers? One way is to say कि नहीं, हम तो वैसे ही deal करेंगे जैसे करते आ रहे हैं. And I will not change the way that we deal with numbers. That's okay, that you can do that. But the calculation you will end up doing would be very, very horrendous. It would be very, very ugly. For example, in chemistry, you would have learned the unit of electron volts. Right? Now, electron volts is a unit of energy simply because you don't want to deal with energies of the order of 10 raised to power minus 19 joules. You'll get tired simply saying this. The electron का energy कितना है, तो इसका 5.1 into 10 power minus 19 joules. Right? Okay. हाँ, अभी आ रहे हैं उस पे, आ रहे हैं सब उस पे आ रहे हैं. So what we have done is, by the way, does anybody what is the largest number that we can talk about? We are not talking about infinity. What is the largest number that we can talk about? Any idea? Googolplex. Very nice, Garv. Very nice. Googolplex. Anybody know what is a googol? Googol. ये देखो अद्विक का क्वेश्चन मार्क आ गया. So this is actually a word invented by someone, of course, and from this word you know that two guys, they made a company called Google, right? It is, yeah, it is coming from Google. Google is a number which is 10 raised to the power 100. Yeah, 1 followed by 100 zeros. Yes, yes, yes. And Googleplex, as Garv said, Googleplex is 10 raised to the power Google. Right? A huge, fantastically huge number. There are numbers larger than this. You can go to Google and search for something like, I don't know, Graham numbers. Right? Huge, huge numbers. Right? We know, very good. Yes, yes, yes. So Graham numbers are huge. They are much larger than Googleplex and Google. How do you handle these kind of numbers? Well, in class 7th or 8th, I think you studied that exponents wala rule, right? X raised to the power a multiplied by x raised to the power b is equal to x raised to the power a plus b and so on. Divide करेंगे तो minus हो जाएगा, multiply करेंगे तो plus हो जाएगा. So that really satisfies to a certain extent. Smallest number is bigger than any finite number named by language set theory Google symbol. क्या है? ये सेंटिलियन क्या होता है बे? ऐसे एक होता है गजलियन. So these numbers, these huge numbers, either very large or very small. हाँ ठीक है, हो गया. हाँ बस वही. So you can go through Google to find more numbers. So the way to handle these numbers is by the concept of logarithm, to be more precise. Now, how many of you have not heard about this logarithm? The way to handle these large numbers or small numbers is by using the concept of logarithms. How many of you have not heard this word, logarithm? How many of you you don't know logarithms? केवल अमृत है और कोई? Anybody else? Harshvardhan? Advik? Okay. Very easy. बहुत आसान है. देखो. Look carefully. A raised to the power x is equal to b. Okay. मैं थोड़ा सा इधर बना दिया यार, ये इसको ना थोड़ा a raised to the power x is equal to b. Okay. ठीक है, अभी दिखाई दे रहा है ना अद्वैक? हाँ. A raised to the power x is equal to b, right? Then we can say that x log a is equal to log b. So what is log? At the end of the day, log is just a mathematical operator. A mathematical operator like root. A mathematical operator like sine. A mathematical operator like d by dx. Right? It has its own rules. So the way to operate this, or the rule that you have to remember, is simply that log of a raised to the power b is equal to b log a. So basically what happens is that the power comes down. The power, instead of, being here, it is here now. It is a multiplier. Okay? And there is something called the base of a log, which we are not going to talk about. Let's say that I want to talk about the Google, right? 10 raised to the power 100. तो ये नंबर ऐसे लिखना बहुत ही weird है. It is sort of. So what I will do is, I will say that look, y is equal to 10 raised to the power 100. So log y is equal to log of 10 raised to the power 100. Just like under root on both sides, I have taken log on both sides. And the way that log operates is that this power becomes a multiplier. So this will become 100 log 10. Okay? And we will say for now, and you will learn why this is so later on. We will say that log 10 is equal to 1 for now. So basically, I can write if y is equal to if y is equal to the Google, if y is equal to 10 raised to the power 100, then log y is simply equal to 100. Right? So the number 10 raised to the power 100 has been reduced to simply 100. Right? Similarly, if I have the Planck's constant, for example, something raised to the power, let's for the sake of simplicity, let's say it is 10 raised to the power minus 36. I don't want to write it like that. So what I'll do is I'll take log, and then for me it simply becomes minus 36, right? So logarithms are a tool, mathematical tool to handle large numbers, right? Then there is another number which is very, very interesting. How many of you have heard of, or how many of you have not heard about E? Base is 10, Sadhguru. In this case, base is 10. Okay, and for those of you who don't or who have not heard the word base, don't know the meaning of base, don't worry about it. For the moment, for us, log 10 is equal to 1. Right? And I'm going to introduce another term very soon. So how many of you don't know or have not heard about the constant E? How many of you have not heard about the constant E? बताओ भाई, सबने सुना है? I'll assume. अमृत ने नहीं सुना है, और हर्षवर्धन ने नहीं सुना है. सदगुरु ने सुना है, but you don't know what it is. Okay, that's okay. कल्याणी ने नहीं सुना है. सारा, okay, ठीक है, great. Okay, so I will. हाँ, केमिस्ट्री में आया होगा. I think केमिस्ट्री में आया होगा. No, Palash, no. So E is called the Napier's constant. Right? And apparently, for some reason, this is also irrational number. Mathematical constant. Yes. So E is a irrational number, just like pi. Okay, just like pi. And just like pi, in our world, there is a huge presence of E. Now, unfortunately, up till class 10th, you are not taught where this thing comes. But this is something which is as important as pi, if not more important. And its value is, Sadhguru ने दे दिया मेरे को 2.7182 dot 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 dot. Okay. Danish, over various periods of time, people like to call this different, they like to give different names. E, Napier's constant, Euler number, I have not heard, maybe just check on Google, check on Wikipedia. If E is also called Euler's number, okay, that's okay. Now, the question arises, where does this make its appearance? Acha, it is often called Euler's number, irrational, हाँ मालूम है तो, and it was invented by invented तो नहीं होएगा, मेरे ख्याल से discovered होएगा ना, by John Napier, right? Okay. So it is called Napier's constant, or it is called Euler's number. We are simply going to call it E. We are not going to call it anything. We are going to keep it in the same pedestal as pi, right? So the way that we say pi, the way that we handle pi is exactly what we are going to do with E, right? We are not going to give it any name. We are not going to call it by any special name. Just going to say E. तो ये E कहाँ पे दिखाई देता है, कहाँ पे आता है, naturally कहाँ पे आता है? It turns out that in our universe, radiation is a very, very common thing. Okay? हाँ, आपके calculator में भी होता है. Radiation is a very, very common thing, right? It is very dangerous. If you have heard of alpha, beta, gamma radiation, it is a mechanism by which nuclei they go towards stability, and we will study about it in class 12th. At the end of class 12th, in the very last chapter, we will study about it in detail. In chemistry also you will study about it in detail. So when we see this phenomena of radiation, then this number comes along. Then this number comes along naturally. And it turns out that this thing, e raised to the power x, okay, e raised to the power x, it's just like writing pi raised to the power x. Pi की जगह, pi जो है 3.14 something होता है, ये 2.71 something है. So e raised to the power x, it turns out, is a very, very common function in our world, and it is having a special name. It is called the exponential function. Okay? E raised to the power x is, something like that, yes. So e raised to the power x is called the exponential function. And if I have e raised to the power x is equal to b, then just like this I can take log on both sides. Okay, so instead of a raised to the power x is equal to b, I have e raised to the power x is equal to b, and when I take log on both sides, I don't use the word log anymore. You know, I use another symbol here. Meaning is the same, maths is the same, everything is the same, but here this becomes x ln E is equal to ln B. So ln is called the natural log. The difference between ln and log is that the symbol log, right, means that log 10 will be equal to 1. But the symbol ln means that ln E will be equal to 1. So if e raised to the power x is equal to b, then this implies that ln b is equal to x. Okay, some people like to call it ln. Okay, कहीं आपको ये word सुनाई देगा ln, but I will simply use ln. Okay, in fact मेरे साथ और ट्रेजिडी है, मैं कभी कभी ln भी नहीं यूज़ करूँगा, मैं चुपचाप log ही यूज़ करते रहूँगा. But in physics we are always going to use ln, right? Some cases we do use log. Anybody know where we use log in physics? Anybody know where we use log in physics? I'm asking because the place where we use log in physics, you actually talk about in your daily lives. That is why I'm asking. I'm not asking like off the top of my head कि हाँ बताओ मेरे को, नहीं. जब आप अपने म्यूजिक सिस्टम का स्पीकर नहीं, जब आप अपने म्यूजिक सिस्टम का स्पीकर का वॉल्यूम बढ़ाते हो ना, तो क्या बढ़ता है? What increases? What do we say? Have you ever heard of the word decibel? No, not the frequency. No. Have you ever heard of the word decibel? Decibel level बहुत ज़्यादा हो गया, decibel level बहुत कम हो गया. Yeah, intensity of sound. Very good. Yes. Amplitude. Yes, Palash. बिल्कुल सही. Amplitude का square होता है, but ठीक है. Unit of sound नहीं बोलना चाहिए सबको ने यार. अब 11th में आ गया. नहीं, अभी 11th में नहीं आया, तो अभी बोल सकता है, कोई दिक्कत. So decibel level, we will also see, this is in our syllabus, we will see that in decibel we will use log, but all other places we will use ln, okay, not log. Okay, what is the definition of ln? Vedant ये रहा, e raised to the power x अगर b है, तो x ln e will be equal to ln b. Just like this, ln और log में कोई फर्क नहीं है. Okay, ln और log में कोई फर्क नहीं है. How ln b is equal to x? Because of this, Harshita, because of this. जिस तरीके से log of 10 1 होता है, उस तरीके से ln of e 1 होता है. Okay, right? What is the main difference between the two? Very good question. So I was talking about the base of log, right? I was talking about the base of a logarithm. And you will be taught this. हाँ बिल्कुल सही दानिश, yes, you will be taught this in maths. अभी हम ज़्यादा इसमें टाइम स्पेंड नहीं करेंगे. You will be taught this in maths. So basically what happens is that this is log to the base 10 and this is log to the base e. That is the only difference between them. Log to the base 10 you write as log, log to the base e you write as ln. That's it. Log is also used in pH. Yes, very good. Yes. Log is also used in finding the value of pH. pH क्या होता है? क्या होता है pH? Anybody know? pH of water is 7, right? We say pH of water is 7. हाँ, power of hydrogen. Yes. Good, Shriya. Yes. It is the very good, Swagata. Very nice. Yes. अभिनव ने तो फॉर्मूला ही लिख दिया. वेरी नाइस. यस. Log is also used somewhere where you don't know. You are going to find out. It is used to define something very weird. It is used to define something called entropy. Okay, now I know that most of you have not heard this word, or maybe you would have heard this word. YouTube videos में काफ़ी लोग उसको फेंकते रहते हैं इधर उधर. Entropy. So it turns out that the entropy is defined using log. Yes. Uncertainty, randomness. Yes. Very good. Yes. So entropy is a measure of randomness. Entropy, I mean, this is the crudest form of, the crudest definition that we can give. Entropy is a measure of randomness. 12 types of particles? Nahin. No, not chance, Swagatam, no. It is not chance. It is a measure of randomness of a system. And it turns out that one of the most fundamental laws of physics, which is called the second law of thermodynamics, states that the entropy of the universe cannot decrease. The entropy of the universe must keep on increasing. It is because of this second law of thermodynamics, right? It is because of this second law of thermodynamics that this happens. Look, ये मेरा पेन है, ये मैंने इसको गिरा दिया, नीचे गिर गया, right? Now there is no law in physics, conservation of energy, conservation of momentum, there is no law in physics which does not allow the thing to happen in reverse. That means मैंने अपना हाथ ऐसे किया और वो पेन जो है वो उड़ के मेरे हाथ में वापस आ गया, right? No law in physics disallows it. It is allowed by every law in physics. All I have to do is give it that much energy, वापस मेरे हाथ में आ जाए, right? एक मिनट, it is the second law of thermodynamics which prevents this. Okay? Second law of thermodynamics says that once the sound energy has been produced, propagated through space, then you cannot, for all practical, you cannot bring it back. मैंने तो पेन गिराया, अगर मैं ग्लास गिरा देता, ग्लास टूट गया, you cannot reverse the arrow of time. In fact, some people say that the arrow of time is actually the second law of thermodynamics, right? So entropy is also defined using this law. Entropy is also defined using this law, and we will see this. Chemistry में आप देखोगे, physics में नहीं देखेंगे, but if you are interested at that time we'll discuss. Time travel? क्या बोल रहा है? If we can find out how they predict the future of that, What is the meaning of entropy? Entropy, En है वेदांत. How to define entropy using log? ये हम अभी नहीं बात कर रहे हैं. Are log and ln the same? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Log is to the base 10, ln is to the base e. Okay? केवल बेस का डिफरेंस है दोनों में, केवल बेस का डिफरेंस. ठीक है, ये आया समझ में कुछ इधर उधर. I did second law of thermodynamics. अच्छा कर चुका है क्या वेदांत? वेरी नाइस, वेरी गुड. गुड. engines भी किया है, engines, refrigerators सब किया है, heat engines. अबे सदगुण क्या कॉपी पेस्ट मार रहा है? अभी छोड़ दे कॉपी पेस्ट. 12 elementary particles of matter are 6 quarks. अरे कहाँ पहुँच गया? Vedanta, you are not supposed to understand the second law of thermodynamics, okay? Second law of thermodynamics is a complicated object. Second law of thermodynamics we will discuss once we have the basic foundation for understanding it. Right now, मैं आपको second law of thermodynamics, I cannot even, I cannot begin to teach you because you will not understand what is going on. What I wanted to convey was that there is something called the second law of thermodynamics, which is very, very interesting, very, very fundamental, and it involves this object called law. That is all I wanted to convey. Right? When do we learn about it? This is it. This is the journey. This is the journey that you have started. पहले 10th वाला board exam दे लो आप लोग, and then we'll when in physics, when we learn heat and thermodynamics, you will learn about it, and in chemistry, also the chapter is called thermodynamics. You will learn about it. Okay. Okay, so the reason why I brought this up, is that we are going to be dealing with these guys very, very frequently So d by dx of e raised to the power x is equal to e raised to the power x. Wonderful function, absolutely wonderful function. You differentiate it, nothing happens. The slope of the function is the value of the function itself. Very, very weird. You draw a graph, okay, you draw a graph and you will find that the graph of this comes out to be something like this. This is the graph of e raised to the power x. At any point you go, okay, at any point you go, so you say कि अच्छा ठीक है, यहाँ पे x का वैल्यू 1 है, आप मुझे बताओ यहाँ क्या स्लोप, पहले बताओ लेकिन y का क्या वैल्यू, भाई y का क्या वैल्यू है, अगर y इज इक्वल टू e पावर x का ग्राफ मैंने बनाया तो x का वैल्यू 1 रखा तो y का वैल्यू तो e आ जाएगा, which is 2.7182. But the weird thing about this graph is that the slope of the tangent to the graph at this point, okay, the slope is also equal to it. Very weird. Very, very weird. So d by dx of e raised to the power x is equal to e raised to the power x, and d by dx of ln x is equal to 1 upon x. Okay, d by dx of ln x is equal to 1 upon x. Okay, हाँ यहाँ पे इस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पे x इक्वल टू 1 है, y का वैल्यू e है, स्लोप का भी वैल्यू e होएगा, राइट? ओके, सो what should you know? You should know d by dx of, please write this in your copies, please write this in your copies. You should know d by dx of constant क्या होना चाहिए, number 1. Number 2, d by dx of x raised to the power n क्या होना चाहिए. Number 3, d by dx of all trigonometric functions क्या होने चाहिए. That means d by dx of sin x, d by dx of cos x, tan x, and so on and so on and so on. Number 4, d by dx of e raised to the power x क्या होना चाहिए. d by dx of ln x क्या होना चाहिए. Okay. What is d by dx of x ln e? Ln e is 1, beta. So you are actually asking me what is d by dx of x, which is 1. Next thing that you should know is rule number 1. That means that if you are differentiating something which has a number multiplied to it, then you can take that number out. Rule number 2, if you are differentiating something which is the addition of two things, जैसे यहाँ पे हमने किया था 1 plus cosine x का differentiation किया, which is the addition of two things, then the differentiation will be the sum of differentiation of the individual objects. Number 3, the product rule. How do you handle, हाँ एक रुको तनिष, अभी रुको, मैं कर रहा हूँ. How do you handle the differentiation of two functions which are multiplied to each other? And the next thing you should know is the quotient rule, which we have discussed today. Okay. Second part क्या बोल रहा है तनिष? हाँ फिर से say it again बच्चा. I do not what second part? कौन सा second part? You should know d by dx of constant, d by dx of x raised to power n, d by dx of all trigonometric functions, d by dx of e raised to power x, d by dx of ln x, and the 4 rules that we have discussed. What is the value of ln x? Nothing, Vedant. Ln x, what is the value of root x, Vedant? What is the value of, Harshvardhan, that we will do, that is remaining, that is the 5th rule, chain rule is the 5th rule. What is the value of root x, Vedant? What is the value of root x? What is the value of sin x? What is the value of cosine x? What is the value of x? What is the value of x square? Vedant, you understand what I am trying to say? ln x is a function of x. ln x is at the same pedestal. It is the same as sin x, cosine x, root x. Can be anything. Yes, can be anything. Yeah. ln x simply means that there is a variable x and we have taken the natural log of that variable x. ठीक है? Okay, चलो ठीक है. So we'll stop here and we will do the chain rule in the next class, right? Please do practice beforehand if you get time. You already have that PDF जो मैंने भेजा हुआ है, उसमें I think lecture 4 तक कर सकते हैं या lecture 3 तक कर सकते हैं. Please do practice and I'll see you in the next class. Okay? चलो, bye bye. Bye bye. बंद कर दीजिए भाई.